Earlier this week in London, the Cocoa Beyond Borders conference examined how sustainability rules, regulatory change and market pressures are reshaping the global cocoa industry. Organised by International Cocoa Diplomacy in partnership with Nielsen Smith, the event focused on the implications for producing countries, supply chains and global trade. Nigeria's Honourable Minister of Agriculture delivered the keynote address, outlining President Bola Tinubu's priorities around strengthening production, increasing value addition and improving returns across the cocoa value chain. Discussions also centred on sustainability, compliance and market innovation as policymakers and industry players assessed how the sector adapts to tightening international standards.
We're here, this is at the backdrop of the, especially the European Union Deforestation Regulation, EUDR. And you could see a lot of panelists from all over Europe that have been here to discuss way forward. For us in Nigeria, we've already set up a task force on EUDR with co-chair by the Minister of Trade and Industry and myself in order to achieve the guidelines of the regulation on the deforestation by the EU. It's also an opportunity for Nigeria to standardize cocoa production in terms of traceability and standards. So it's an opportunity really. Sometimes you see regulations have been a bit, straitjacket you on try to do certain things. But I believe it's an opportunity for us to enhance and uplift the livelihoods of cocoa farmers, especially in Nigeria and West Africa. Mr. President Bola Tinubu GCFR had declared an emergency on food security over 2 years ago. And ever since, there's no stopping. I mean, there's intentional and deliberate programs for us to achieve not only affordability, but availability of food. In that regards, we have been able to achieve in under 2 years the kind of stabilization of prices of foodstuff, especially staple food. However, we are also faced with other challenges in terms of prices of inputs, and that's, I think, where this is where our next target is, to try to achieve just the way we, reduce food prices. We're also going to reduce input prices so that farmers can be able to derive income and uplift their livelihood. So this is Mr. President's agenda. He has already mandated us to seek ways on how to achieve stabilization of input prices. So we have done a bit, we have done quite a bit, and prices have stayed, even through festive seasons, even through lean times, prices of food have stabilized and have stayed at an affordable rate. Even though we see some complaints here and there, at every complaint, because this is a listening government, we try to tackle those areas of concern. But we are also looking at the welfare of the citizens. We have over 230 million Nigerians. I mean, it's a Herculean task, but we've been able to achieve that noise level that was there before. And when Mr. President declared an emergency on food security, that noise level has quietened down, and at least it's no longer a problem. But like I said, we are out there to do whatever that is needful to maintain farmer welfare, as also the welfare of the citizens.
There are so many issues around the cocoa industry over the last 2 years. Price hike, sudden price hike. There was also issues around the EUDR. There are also new developments coming up in terms of funding, financing, and stuff like that. So while there are opportunities or challenges, there are also opportunities. So how do we turn these challenges into opportunities? The EUDR is the European Union Deforestation Regulation, which was supposed to kick in January 1, 2025. But one way or the other, because of certain issues, it was extended to December 2025, but now it's also now been extended to January 1, 2027. The EUDR is about traceability and ensuring that cocoa is not produced in a deforested area prior 2020. So that's what it's about. So it involves a lot of companies or countries or producers and even exporters to come up with data, to come up with due diligence reports that shows that their cocoa is from, well, not necessarily areas that are not deforested, but at least deforestation friendly.